Today on Brier Rock Cemetery, we are going to be doing an unboxing of the Home Depot animated LED pirate ship. If you like what I do, like and subscribe. So this is the Home Depot pirate ship. I had a 30% off coupon. I used that and I got it for a pretty reasonable price. This is a very, very large box. There's a water bottle compared to what it looks like. It's heavy. I want to say it's probably like 86 pounds and it barely fit in my SUV. So if you do plan on picking this up, either get it shipped or have an SUV or a pickup truck, because this thing is huge. It's probably the biggest store-bought prop box I have ever seen. So in a second here, I'm going to pull everything out and just throw it on the floor and go from there. I have to kind of assemble it in here because my basements are kind of low. So I'm kind of excited about this prop. I actually have it sitting here for quite a long time, and I've never really even gotten around to it up until today. So I want to say a good, I don't know, maybe a month it's been sitting here. So it looks like we have our hands full with this one. So like I said, I'm going to try to get everything out of here. And there are online instructions which look pretty good. It's actually all animated, so I might go by that. I don't think this is going to go into the box the way that it comes, because I can never fit them in. So this box is probably going to have to go the way of the wayside. We're going to have to probably just get rid of this. And the box itself is very cumbersome. I think it would be much easier to store this stuff just off to the side somewhere. So here's all the parts you get. You have the wheel, you have your side panels, you have all of your connections, you have your captain, your mast with the sail, your front of the ship. I think that's front of the ship, and then you have these fasteners, which probably are the base. Now this box itself, I want to say, weighs about 30 pounds with everything out of it. So I would anticipate this prop probably weighing around 50 pounds once it's put together. But I'm going to get this box out of the way and I'm going to start assembling it. So the first step isn't bad. You assemble the two panels. They actually have these lock things. They're pretty nice. They're like they fan open and then they kind of pull on it in. Kind of nice. And then you just attach these 3 bars. The next step was pretty easy. I just added a bar there, and there's a bar back here. It looks like it lines up with the other one on the bottom for the mast. This next part was pretty easy. It was the same thing. Those clamps, your left side, your right side, and now in the middle here I'm going to put, it looks like these are going to go in there to hold it in place. Once you have those pieces in, they do provide 2 screwdrivers, which is kind of nice because you need to be on one on this side and one on this side to seal that gap. So I'll do that. So I'm glad they provided these because the head on these are pretty big, and I just went downstairs thinking I needed screwdrivers, but they actually provide them, which is nice. These are the next 2 steps. You put the decoration on the front and that piece coming out. Word of advice is to leave this one out because the screw goes through this. So attach the bottom 4 and leave this one open until you get that on. The next step is the wheel. It goes into the base, and these 2 pegs go into those 2 holes down there to hold it in place. So after that's done, that's one complete piece. The next step is actually putting stakes into it to keep it down. There's holes inside of each of these pipes, and there's holes in the actual wheel. I'm not going to do that because it's indoors, but those are the spikes. They give you a good, 8 of them? Yeah, I believe 8. So that would be the next step. The next step, the wheel actually attaches back here to that pole. There's like one of these sticking out of it on both sides and actually clips in. The next step is assembling the captain. It's not bad. But just a piece goes back here and they connect in here. So his legs are separate from his body once he's assembled. Okay, easy storage. You know, this is actually a pretty ingenious design. Okay, so after the skeleton is assembled, there's those two things that I showed you, and it just slides in there, and then you stake it there. So it's actually, I'm pretty surprised on how well this will go together and come apart. There's some elastic on his hands that allow you to position him. I might move this one down there. I'll have to see what it looks like after it's activated. But I think the only thing left is the actual mast. Here's your next step for the mast. This actually goes on the bottom, but like I said, since it's indoor, I'm not using it. So it's just two pieces that actually just twist together. And then after that, you have your sail, and it just clips into here, and then you just tighten these side screws. Really, really nice, really quick and easy. So this goes on top of that, and I'm guessing that these bungees somehow attach to the ship itself. So after you get the sail up, these ladders, they actually do attach on the sides here. They're just little like little clips. And then after that, there's these things that you can actually secure it to the ground with these stakes. So when you do install it outside, you're going to need obviously those are all the stakes, and then you just have the power adapter. So I'm going to actually fire it up because we're all finished. Oh, and this piece here, this is if you want to undo those press-in things. You know, instead of using your nails or something, just stick this in the hole and then push it out. So that's kind of convenient. So here he is complete. I really like the movement. I give this an A+ for detailing. I mean, the ship is made of this plastic resin, which is really nice. I like the movement. I'm going to make his mouth move. He's going to talk and say sayings. And actually, the space behind him is very, very good because I have those other two skeletons, the one in the barrel, or the one sitting on the barrel, and the other one drinking his gin. So I'll have those back there. And as far as I know, the box is in the garbage. Storing this thing is going to be so much easier than putting it back in that box. All you have to do is remove the 3 supports, remove the mast, maybe break it down into the 3 sections that it was, or just leave one section and then have the other 2. This whole side piece, which is 2 pieces, can stay the way it is. Same thing with the other side. You could store the skeleton, you could store the wheel as itself. These things would have to come off in the front, and these 2 panels would be stored separately. But I can't see this taking up maybe bigger than a 3x3 footprint rather than having that huge box. So please, if you like what I do, like, subscribe, share, comment, and happy hunting, everyone.